Hey, welcome to Cap's CarCast. Today, let's talk about boarding your story, or storyboard. Let's drive.
Get down. Get down. Get down.
What's your favorite visual aid? Your favorite thing to accentuate visually that which you're trying to communicate. Think about it. Do you have one? You might not think, oh, gee, I don't think I have one. I guarantee you've probably presented something in PowerPoint in the last month. If you have, you were using a visual aid. Unfortunately, we're not taught to use PowerPoint to accentuate that which we're saying. Now, there are obviously exceptions where you could use PowerPoint a little bit more of a documentation type of flow. But if you're in front of a crowd and you're using PowerPoint, it should do nothing more than accent what you're saying. Now, look, I've got elementary school age children, and they come home and they learn bullet points and they learn flashy automation that does nothing but to confuse the message. And it drives me crazy, okay? But that really underscores the fact that none of us have actually been taught properly to use PowerPoint for the power that it is. So, what to do? Well, here's an example. What you're looking at here is a storyboard that I put together for a very sizable 3.5-hour workshop that I did recently, where I relied heavily on my visual aid. I went from the macro idea, dove down a little bit deeper into the micro. Each of these boxes here has something to do about a big concept I was trying to communicate. And then as I checked off those boxes and I got each section done, I'd cross it off, and that kept me honest. And look, I didn't always do it this way. I mean, I like to think I'm a pretty good visual presenter. In other words, I use the visual aids properly, but I didn't always do it this way. But more and more, I've discovered that getting the story arc down, hammering your point home, requires that visual aid. And the only way to do it is to map out your presentation in this way. Can't tell you, most times I come into a client and they want help with their high-level pitch. Oh, well and good. I'm happy to help them with that. But I really press hard for my clients to take a step back and communicate, what is it we're trying to get across here? What is it we're trying to accomplish? What is the message that we want people to walk away with? Now, when we do that, now we're able to talk about the emotion that I'm trying to connect with in my audience, or the aha moments that I want, and the light bulbs that I like to go off as I'm speaking. And I don't want to just bring in bullet points and confusing animation. I want to add audio. I want to, have things pop up at the right time, and on and on. No, by the way, it's easy to do. It's a lot easier than you think. It cannot happen, however, unless you start to break down how you're communicating visually in a storyboard sort of format. I hope that helps. Hey, here we are. Here we are. I feel like I'm getting to know you a little bit better, and I feel like I'd ask this of you. How come you haven't subscribed yet to my YouTube channel? It's okay. You could be honest with me. In the meantime, hit subscribe and I'll wait for your answer.